So on today's Vast Motorsports episode, we're going to be working on the RV air conditioner. I want to upgrade the old Duotherm manual or analog, I think they call it, thermostat, and I want to put a digital one in because these analog, they're just, it would look like this. And it's all mechanical, and the coil inside there, it's just got too much variation. One day, you got it on 70 and it's just so off. And you can't even tell what the temperature in the room is. So I tried wiring in a Honeywell home thermostat. I see a lot of people online doing that. But for whatever reason, this one originally had the Duotherm down here, which it does the cooling and the furnace. And then this one was up on the wall. Now I just jumped the wires because I cannot figure out where the red and white, go that are attached to this one, because they do not go down into where the furnace is, and they don't go up here to the air conditioner. But yet, this 7 or 8 wire, whatever pin is in this one, this cable, it does go right up to the air unit. And then there's another red and a white like this, but they go straight from the air unit down to the furnace, because this thermostat actually goes to the control box up here and tells it what to do, and it sends a signal to the air or down to the furnace. Well, my issue with this, putting a home one in, is the air conditioner seems to work fine, but when I went to flip it over to heat, get the furnace on, the furnace would kick on, but the air would sit there and continue to run. It would kick on, and even the compressor would kick on. So of course we can't have that. So now we're going with this Dometic kit here, and it covers all these different model numbers. And when I looked up in my air conditioning unit, it does have this number here, and I opted for the white. They got it in black also. Of course, I buy everything on eBay. This is something I picked up brand new but cheap, and it was a supplier that was right in Atlanta. They had this one left, and gave them like 90 bucks or something, maybe 95, and that was free shipping. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, nice little thermostat here. This is going to be my new just air and furnace. AC and furnace. I think it's single mode or something is what they call it. Now this is pretty nice because that button doesn't actually, you can't push it, so it must be like heat sensitive to your finger or something, when you, I guess we'll have to get it hooked up and see. So I've got that, and of course I'm not undoing my air unit, but it does come with new screws, I guess, if you want to replace your seal or something, or whatever's going on there. Got a little bit of a harness here. I think it's a pretty simple setup. It does have the new temperature sender I'll have to slip into the coil up there. And then it's got the new control box. And this is the most important, this is the gem out of the whole setup here, this new control box. And I'm going to have to turn my breaker off because, of course, this is hooked into the 110. I'm going to have to make sure my battery is not sending any 12 volt up to it. So yeah, anything you do is at your own risk. I'm just doing this for entertainment purposes, let's put it that way. Next, I went ahead and removed the cover here so I could have access to all the wiring. Right now I'm plugged into the 12 volt side. I already checked these on this side. That's my 120. I got them flipped off. I found the breaker, checked it with the meter. This side got 13 something volt, and I did find the fuse happens to be this first one. Take that out, and now we got no power. So power's all disconnected. Now it's just time to get that box out of the way and have the wires unhooked, and we'll be back in a minute. So I went ahead and pulled all the screws out. Now the box is loose, and I'm not sure how good the phone is focusing in here, but course, you got your 120 over here, so your black is the hot, your neutral, green is the ground. Over here, as you can see, the black on the 12 volt. Then there's a little red, that's the hot side is black. The white is the ground. The black from the box is the ground. And then I think there's only like 3 of these I'm supposed to hook back up. They're going over to the actual thermostat on the wall. The smaller one with the red and the white, that's going down to the actual furnace. They used to be hooked to blue ones in here, and I tried bypassing them because, like I said, that other home thermostat was not working correctly. So anyway, what I had to do was jump my 2 thermostats together so I could use the one that was above the Honeywell just for the furnace, because it did get cold here, even in Florida. It's January 2022, and the end of January, it's about to be in supposedly like the 30s tomorrow, Sunday. So anyway, I want to get this wired up. Alright, so the new kit comes with that new freeze sensor, even though they have the same exact plug. I'm kind of worried about plugging my original one in, just because I don't know if it is reading on the same exact ohms or whatever the heck it reads on, whatever resistance. So I did stick it up into the coils here like it says. I'm just going to roll the wire up for the original one just in case I ever need it or something. And then when I took the cover off the new box here, control box, I can see the wires in there. I'm just going to have to grab them real quick out for the 120, and then it looks like my main plug there, plug in, that's going to be to the actual compressor and all. And wire in a couple things over here. Looks like on the left there, the spades, those are going to be for the furnace. So this is what they set us up with. The little harness that plugs into the side of the box. The control box, it is labeled. You got your 12 volt, I guess 12 volt supply from or to the thermostat, yeah. So 3 wires are going to go to the thermostat. That one's to the stat. So this one is to the, that's going to be my 12 volt that's coming in. So really it doesn't even ground on a 12 volt. 12 volt supply to the thermostat, and this one's going to have to go to the thermostat. So then it's up to me just to pick whatever color wires I want out of those 6 or 7, however many's in that little harness there, going over to the where this new thermostat is going to be. And as you take the cover off, you can see this is my 3. Yeah, you can't really, it's hard to see on there. I see the 12 volt and the ground at the top, and the R10. And of course they don't give you any directions in here. Nothing, you know, it's just program the actual thermostat. It has nothing to do with the wiring. So let me see what I can get figured out here. I forgot to mention, they do give you the little spades. These are going to go on the 2 single wires that are over here. That's for the furnace. And that way it kicks the furnace on. They just plug right into the side of the box when you put the 2 spade terminals. And of course Jasper's over there just chilling while I'm over here working. Ain't you, Jasper? Huh? Yes, you are. I'm in the middle of doing an awning project out there too. Some neighbors coming through. Plus, while I'm at it, I went ahead and hooked up my 110s. I had some new little twist on caps, bigger size, because that wire is actually pretty fat. The one that comes in the control box. So anyway, I got that wired up, so I'm going to go ahead and put the little plate on there and get that sealed up. Alright, so I finally got it all squared away. Just trying to see if I can come up with a light. Jasper's still over there taking a nap. Well, but It's actually a lot cleaner install than what it was before I started. As far as the wiring, there was a heck of a bird's nest there. So I just have 3 wires, and I got just enough slack out of my thermostat wires to hook them in right here with the spade terminals. Everything's wired up. Time to put the cover. Well, I'll wait until I test it to put the cover, but time to go wire up the thermostat. Alright, so I went ahead and installed everything back up because I already did my check and it is working properly. So I put the filter and cover and everything back on. Everything looks good up in there, and over here I'm going to have to do something where the other thermostat, because they had 2 in this one. I don't know why. They had the duotherm here and then a furnace one up here. So I pulled the wires up to this hole because it's at a nice height. There's nothing else around it. And see, I wanted to get rid of where they had these screws and stuff in here anyway. I'm going to put like a piece of wood going across with some hooks, and that way I can have like some coats, you know, when you come in through the door you can hang your jacket or coat or whatever. But it is pretty nice. I do like it. The only thing I don't like about this particular one is it doesn't show you the inside temperature unless you have it in the off mode. Right now I still have it on furnace. It's set at 69. It's kind of cool out here in Florida today, and it's supposed to get into the 30s tomorrow actually. So when you have it in the off position, you can hit the up or the down. It tells you it's 76 in here, 75, because I have my little electric heater running over here in the corner, so it kind of got it hot and I turned it off. But you hit it once, it'd be on the fan mode. That's cool mode. And I got the heat. The furnace is on. It's set at 69. So seems to be working good though. I do like it. Since it's working good like that, what I'll probably do is, this is the old Honeywell, the home unit. And what I'm going to do is, this air conditioner, this is your secondary air conditioner because it's a pretty big RV, 34 foot. So they put this secondary in here, but it's only got the controls, the manual controls. So I'm going to wind up putting this, since it does work air conditioning fine, it just wouldn't do the air and the heat. It would continue to let the air conditioner run while it's trying to kick on the furnace. Well, I'm going to have to mount this in here somewhere, maybe over here or something. And I'm going to wire it up because I have the control box out of the other unit in here. And I can take this cover off, put the control box in here. And these little controls won't be doing anything at all. So that's my next step.